Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We're on Torrente. And today spawning in the south, we've got VHSmonster with Afrika on armored support. Teaming up with him is AcrossThePacific with Wehrmacht. Unselected on the battle group. Up the top, got some Australians from Zuma here with Brits. And it's also, no, that's from Zuma over there. USF player is AFK, Shadeux. So Patreon back a similar game in terms of rankings across the Pacific.
Infantry
670, VHSmonster 1200, Zuma
Royal Engineers trained and ready to go.
430, Shadeux 650. There we go, he's underway now, Shadeux. So I will say straight away, a bit unusual for neither of the Axis players to go for a recon vehicle, like a Kruitschützen or a Kettenkraut on this map. I think you can gobble up a lot of territory very early on in this.
Australian infantry support is reporting in.
So I think probably one of them should go for it.
Everybody needs cover, even us.
This is, I think, the only Axis favored map at the moment in the map pool. Having a look at the stats. Maybe that is part of the reason why I think it is a pretty good map for Krud. And then you can use them for vision later on, you know, with the big wars that typically happen through the middle of this map. Maybe off on this side. Range vision from this would be handy too. So 2 Aussie start here for Zuma. 3 P greens so far for VHSmonster. Machine gun set up there for across the Pacific. Jumping back into the building there. Piggreen's in a decent spot. Need some support though from the squad. Here they come now. Might be a little bit late. Try to jump into some buildings here. Yeah, a little bit slow over here. A few idle units. I wouldn't be capping. Just like kind of paying this squad out to try here. Yeah. Use some support. If you're going to be fighting, yeah. Want to have the numbers there so you're not just wasting health on the squad. And this is health that you can't really heal up at this stage of the game either. Flame that pops over here makes life very difficult for VHSmonster. I don't think he's got too many windows firing here. Oh no, more than I expected. Like 4.
Experienced crews have been called forth to lead our mechanized
2
forces.
Chevy. Well across the Pacific. Flushed out over here. Doing well through the middle though. Testing that medium fuel. 4x4 out for Shadeux. Flame's just doing massive work on this side of the map. So many buildings, so much heavy cover. VHSmonster all sorts of trouble. He's gone for a Panzerjäger. I'm guessing to try and counter the 4x4. It's not that desperate to try and counter it. You could just wait for the 6-minute call-in. Might have other ideas for that call-in. But you can see VHSmonster with a lot of health missing from these squads, so the next couple of engagements are not going to be easy. Oh boy. Ooh. That's unfortunate. Dying on retreat there. Now got a mortar. MG's retreating. 4x4 coming across to provide some assistance. Pies might be able to win against the engineers here, but a bit late on the retreat still. Gonna get out of there. Now, yeah. Switching sides. Going in for the 2-on-1. This is almost completely forced back.
A victory point is being taken from us. Where's my MP40?
So, Pacific went for a mortar. Maybe, you know, it's okay. There are a lot of buildings on this map. Oof. Good volley actually there. Lucky escape on that mortar. But the squads, you know, you got to make sure you're stable when you're positioning to take full advantage of that. Which, it's kind of hard to do, you know, Aussies kind of running over the Grenadiers. Tough matchup for the Greens early. In all stages, really. Okay, he was waiting for this VHSmonster. He's going to go for the LAIG call-in. Light cover versus heavy cover, not ideal. MG's coming in. Sharpshooter in. Engagement's going okay. Could try play evasively, maybe jump into some buildings, sneak around the side, wait for the MG and the mortar to come up to make his cover fights a bit more effective. A bit faster as well, rather than trying to fight inferior cover just to try and push back onto the map. LAG barraging the Brit mortar. Looks like maybe it dodged preemptively just to barrage this. So it's unfortunate for the Axis. First barrage on the LAG, not doing too much. Okay, this 250 back here providing some healing. That's good from VHSmonster. There's a bit of a manpower deficit right now. Oh, went for the 6-man upgrade on the P-Greens.
Territory is now in enemy hands.
Guessing that means no vac feeling for VHSmonster. And support.
Enemy forces have claimed our sector.
Flame inside. Could still be reasonably effective. You do have to worry about grenadiers, grenades, anti-tank grenades from the riflemen. Might be better just to put the Panzerjäger inside it and try hunt their 4x4. T-gun out here. Ooh! Just enough damage to get the kill there. A more aggressive position now, can get some auto fire going. A big old USF blob here, combined up with the flamer, making it very difficult for the P-Greens to hold ground at the moment. You need to make sure that's the first thing you focus down if possible, the flamer. And make all the other engagements much easier. Yeah, this blob's just causing massive trouble. This is where the flak feeling would really come in handy. Oh wow. VHSmonster making an unusual call here to go for mechanized company.
Our territory is in enemy hands.
And in. Just the retreats at least. But yeah, no healing back here. It's a little bit unusual to go for this after going for fire support elements. It's just a lot of like early tech. It's not terrible, but it's a little bit strange. It does mean that healing can be massively delayed. This is one of those maps where you can't really share healing because the bases are so far apart. Maybe otherwise could go over to across the Pacific side of the map. Okay, that's a bishop early on for Zuma. Okay shot in there, but cancels it early, which is what you want to do if you know that nothing else is in the vicinity. Makes me think maybe Zuma's going to go for like a stall strategy.
A fuel point is being taken from us.
Okay, fire support elements coming
the
in
enemy
for
holds all
across the
victory
Pacific
points.
as well, so maybe we're going to see a Werble. But needs a bit more fuel for that yet.
Territory overrun.
You know, if you don't have fuel and you want to build a Jaeger anyway, probably build a Jaeger first.
Territory lost.
Since There's no rush to go for the side tip.
Available for use.
Couple good shots here from the LAIG. Great shots, in fact. Got bars now on the rifleman.
Armored car has entered the field.
Here comes the 8-Rad.
Commander, we have the lead.
A 4th rifle, which is pretty common. To see in ones at least.
I'm hit bad.
Six forces, you can generally afford that kind of manpower bleed.
We've lost the territory sector.
Line infantry. Sustainable. Might even be worth at this stage considering like going for a bit of a 2-on-1 as the axis. The impact of this light vehicle. The power of the 2-on-1, you might be able to like overrun one of these AT guns. Decrew it and maybe steal it. Wow, Captain marking 8-Rad. Takes an AT gun shot. Tries to sprint in there for the snare. Doesn't quite get it, but it's good play from Shadeux. MP40 Wrens, but they're kind of being zoned right now by the flamer. Unfortunately, though, they're pretty clumped up. Seems like they're taking big damage maybe from these flame bursts. All clumped in a line. So that engagement is not going very well for Across the Pacific. Late reaction. Gonna survive. Probably still would try to get in close range. I think at that range the MP40's not nullifying cover. Wow, the second shot from the Bishop actually landing better than I was expecting given the first one. We need to dodge off to the side a bit more. 4x4 hits a mine, I think, and dies. Nice mine. Okay, finally healing on VHSmonster's side of the map now. Got the 8-Rad healthy again.
We're losing a fuel point.
He's got the machine gun upgrade on the 8-Rad as well, increasing its potency on the battle group. But you can see Zuma doing a good job of cancelling the Bishop early once the enemy's units are out of there.
They pushed us off a sector.
They're coming up to the side. The AT gun's there though. Misses his first shot. Don't think he's noticed. Misses the second shot. Is he trying to attack ground or something? I'm not sure. Third shot landing though. Oh boy, where's he going with this? Oh my goodness. It's up to the side. At least these guys kind of setting ducks for the LEIG to land a few shots. Bishop now switching sides. Just now scatter here. We'll stay in for the capture though. The mine getting triggered there. And there we go, finally breaking out on this side. Werble on this, but it's quite late for the Werble at this stage. 14 minutes, like, it's just usually when you expect things like medium tanks to start arriving. Not in this particular instance though, at least on his side of the map, Zuma having gone for the Bishop. So, there's still a little bit more time. If you didn't see the Bishop, the Werble of this timing would be very questionable, but with the Bishop delaying the mediums of Zuma, should be okay.
Territory lost.
Looks like he's gone for both a 6-pounder and a 2-pounder though, Zuma.
We've lost control of a sector.
Across the Pacific finding that out the hard way. He knew about the 2-pounder, but 2 AT guns all ready to counter the Werble. But yeah, I think this is maybe a timing where, as the Axis, a 2-on-1 on the US side of the map might be the way to go. Unfortunately, it looks like all the AT guns are moving down this side.
We must take it back.
Try get a move happening before the mediums start to arrive.
The victory point is under enemy control now.
Come back to stop the decap on the Muni point, and this should be a squad wipe here. Yep, especially if he doesn't retreat at all. Oh no, snare off on the 8-rad. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, the Axis desperately needed that for map control. The US blobs just rolling around. Move into position. So yeah, focus the engineers first so you can afford to sit and cover. And then in a slower cover-to-cover engagement, the LAIG should be able to pump out some pretty good damage here. Should be threatening a bit more with the flame engineers as well, trying to deny cover to the US blob.
The enemy have taken territory from us.
Yeah, there we go. This is too much firepower coming in from the side. T-gun up here, so is the mid truck in compromised position. Need to get out of there with those. Okay, double Werbels now, making a bit of a move here. Double AT guns lining up. The guards getting some big shots in, but just needs a little bit further behind the building. 2 squad wipes, that's huge. That's really, really big on that side of the map. Exactly what's needed. Close call on a rifle squad here, nearly getting the wipe as well. I guess that was a AT gun calling.
We have munitions ready to be used, Commander. The enemy has the advantage here.
Getting some mines up again. So separate with the mines since VHSmonster went for the flamer. Can often be kind of hard to afford a second Panzerfire.
Panzer Infantry have orders to salvage all they can from vehicles. Leave nothing to the enemy.
There's a vehicle up here for salvaging. Another rifle squad for a Shadeux.
A victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Look at what I've got here. Grenades, demolitions package, mission surplus, a lot of upgrades from the infantry support center. And here is the Matilda. And the AcrossThePacific does not have an answer to this whatsoever.
Check the line. Capture point under attack.
Wow, the Matilda looking surprisingly fast. I think got a bit of a speed boost crossing the road right there. Crushing through the wall, chasing, hoping for the kill. Couple bounces though, doesn't have very good pin at long range. Oh, it's not quite enough. On an absolute pixel. Command tank coming in from the side. Command tank doesn't have the best pin though.
We have anti-tank crews reporting in. Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Zoning the AT guns at least with the grenadiers. And goes down. Could be stolen maybe by the Jaegers. AIG blasting out some pretty good damage here.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory
and
point.
okay, Jaeger Shrek.
We need to use our command points.
Come up here to try to lay some damage in. Ooh. Is that an attack ground move maybe? Doesn't end up shooting at the Matilda at all. A veteran training from, is that from tier 1 now? A little bit strange to be getting that at this stage.
M8 howitzer carriages are available, Commander.
Only got 1 grenadier.
They are
Already got
hammering
Vet 1 on
us.
everything.
The enemy is winning.
I mean, it does give you 25% faster vets, but I just don't think it's worth it. And especially from tier 1, like it's very expensive from tier 1 because of how much utility it gives grenadiers. Kind of gives them the Fausts if you have it ticked up, as well as healing and stuff, so it's kind of overcosting
Upgrade
to go
complete.
for that belatedly if it's not part of your early build. Not really worth it. Especially if you got so few units from it. I think across the Pacific, just trying to spam units at the moment. We're going for a command tank. Maybe this is like the end game. Just need more Jaegers, I think. Another Jaeger Shrek, just one to deal with the Matildas, not enough. So it gets forced to retreat. You've got nothing to deal with Matilda in the meantime. His teammate's AT gun though, helping out on this side a bit.
Have secured our territory from us.
Slightly surprising to see a
200
Scot
points
here,
remain.
but a Willie
We are
Pete
losing
down.
our grasp.
There is the ingredients here for across the Pacific to be able to make a triumphant push. Maybe decrew a bunch of AT guns
Territory
and
sector lost.
get something going here. Requires some courage though, for sure. Oh, a second Matilda, that's going to make life extremely difficult now. Usually the command tank bonus armor wouldn't matter too much, but because, you know, on the werewolves, because they're not that heavily armored, but because the Matildas also don't have very good pin,
We have a new Marder tank destroyer.
should actually matter a decent amount. Okay, now going for another Marder. It's also a fine choice against the Matildas. It's really good range for the LEIG, just
Enemy forces have
nuking these
captured a
riflemen.
victory point.
T-gun landing some shots as well. Just for zoning. Okay, here we go.
Enemy
Yes,
has claimed
finally.
our territory for
This is
their
a
own.
great timing for it too. Two AT guns right here. How quick are the reactions of across the Pacific to drive past these?
Blitzkrieg is now in effect.
Initially focusing on the Scot, they get the kill there. He pops the blitz.
One of our mortars has been destroyed.
Swooping in here, needs some support from his teammate. Two AT guns about to go down. Sneers in. Here come the Matildas. Oh boy, and there's the Bishop fire. A lot of rifle squads getting wiped. Needs some support. Here come the troops of VHSmonster now. And look at that, Shadeux just gets absolutely annihilated. And then calls in the loiter to try and zone the Matildas. Oh, loses one.
Crew not responding.
Needs to maintain vision. Maybe to get a second pass in here. It's unfortunately not going to happen. Need to focus the foot guards. Throwing in grenades. Trying to drive away here. Going after the Brit AT guns out the back. Steal on that. Okay, he's going to get the Brit AT guns, but what's going to kill them off?
Wirbelwind is
Where's the
deployed to
AT gun?
field.
VHSmonster needs to be pushing up with this, trying to kill these off. Should have been doing that this whole time, and I think that was a fine engagement. I don't know why they retreated that early. 2 men foot guards on low health. You know, they've only got 2 SMGs firing at that stage. And the window is closed for these AT guns to go down. Really need to push up here with this AT gun and threaten the kill on these. So overall, I think that was a fine push in the end, but because of the squad wipes. But yeah, needed to actually kill off these AT guns or steal them to make it stick. Unfortunately, didn't get either of the Matildas either.
Ability ready for you, Commander.
Outgunned by the superior cover. In here now with the command tank, and looks like Shadeux not paying any attention. Drops a bar too. Keep that on the Shrek. Oh boy, did the Flamer Shrek die somewhere? I must have missed that. I apologize. Didn't see that. A lot of repairs coming in. Didn't salvage this. Oh, a med truck died down here? Was that just... That must have just happened recently, right? Ouch. I mean, if you're fighting like here, it's pretty close to your base. There's not like that much to gain from having a med truck forwards. Probably wouldn't have risked it. I'm a bit of a coward personally when it comes to mid truck usage. Okay, here we go. AT guns coming in from the side now. Got the foot guards as well.
We have bloody bad show.
Away.
The enemy have the lead.
Looks like all 4 AT guns were recovered by Shadeux specifically. So, watch out for that.
Point is under attack. We want attack.
And the Axis don't really have a good answer to that. Oh, could go for a walking Stuka. Okay, VHSmonster has ticked that structure. Probably should. LEIG is very good, but a lot of anti-tank. Okay, Vet 1 from the foot guards. Rebels in trouble here. Arders on the wrong side of the church, unfortunately. And yeah, that's what you can do about that. Triple AT guns are coming across here. Oh boy. Matilda's just shrugging off the damage. They had a bit of over repair going there. Oh boy, a bit of a traffic jam now. Oh wow, every shot landing too. That is unfortunate. Oh, thought they might just have skated out of range. But no. Yeah, that is rough. So yeah, just got to taste their own medicine there. The 2-on-1. Going right back. I think maybe VHSmonster trying to stall up for the Tiger. Which is, you know, still fine. It's got enough armor to shrug off a lot of these AT gun shots. Does mean that the Axis are a bit weak during this phase though, and a lot weaker now that AcrossThePacific's lost most of his tanks. Oh boy, we've got an Archer out as well now. That is really bad news. Well, that's going to make the Tiger significantly worse.
Commander, we should spend our munitions.
Oh, decrewed.
We have holes in our front line.
Matilda's just taking no prisoners here. Wipe after wipe. Made it easier as well because VHSmonster no healing at this moment. Or only 250 healing. Not ideal. Coming into the fights on low already. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's the Tiger. Don't think the Archer has revealed itself yet. This is his first shot. What AT guns lining up here. Tilda's charging ahead. Double AT guns though backing up the Tiger. Appearing on the move though, pretty easy to do on the Matilda. Like, repairs it up for a lot of health damage. You see that like just during that little chase. Probably recovered about 160 health it seemed like.
Rifleman down. No survivors.
Did. Didn't see exactly where that happened. Rebel coming in from the side, but that is a bad idea. Very quick kill, unless you got like as tactician or vehicle smoke. That was not going to work out at all.
Back to full strength. All right, dispatched to the front.
See, I think ideally, maybe a walking Stuka next. See, the Axis are way down on population though. And there's the Easy 8. So sight could be very handy for the Axis right now to try and avoid running into the AAAT gun wall. Maybe line up some good barrages with the LEIG on those. So it could actually be an okay spot for like a late game kitten. Just like parked it here on focus sight mode. To provide some scouting. I think as well the Axis probably need to be fighting a bit more together, because AcrossThePacific specifically can't really fight this that effectively on his own. Oh, but here we go, just sitting in front of here. Got to be prepared, ready for the smoke, which started to come through, but too late for Zuma, so he just donates a Matilda there. Okay, that was lucky. The archers, 2 of them coming up now. Should be the audio signal to get the hell out of there. Archers are coming. And managing to do that. Tiger. I think it hit a mine.
Move complete. Target secured.
Okay, got a Nebelwerfer for AcrossThePacific. That's also an option. Should, I think, be around here, like close to the middle, close to where his teammate is. He's too at risk of being overrun on his side. Oh, repairing on the move. That is a painful thing sometimes. Manages to remove the engine clip though. Okay, Loiter's coming in here. The zone's the Easy 8, but it's not going to kill anything is the problem. It doesn't help against this Matilda at all. I think maybe the Loiters need to be saved for the either a kill on the Easy 8 or the archers. No, it's very painful to lose control of this VP, and maybe this is the goal, to try and hold on to the VP with this Loiter protection zone, but that's not even happening here. Never coming across, going for the VP. Coming from the side, but it's not full health. Archers lining up, and there it goes. As long as the Tiger stays out of Archer's squad right there, out of Archer range, it still can be very effective here. T-guns though also providing a bit of an obstacle. Good idea though, sneak out to the side to cap. Oh, there are the archers though, they are lighting up this Tiger. It needs to get out of there and fast. Easy at sweeping in, it's pretty low on health. Slow switching over to prioritized vehicles though. I think a lot of shots going on the Infantry there. And swoops in there with armor-piercing rounds, knocks out the Tiger.
Enemy Tiger destroyed, Commander.
Smoking up with the rest. This stage is going to be extremely hard for the Axis to come back. Well down on population. Okay, here comes the P4 calling. Just the composition of the allies. Tough to counter. Might even be an okay spot to go for like an 88 as VHSmonster. You need something to zone all the tanks. Make sure you can protect it. Infantry front line might not be strong enough there, but the allies, you know, with this composition, they don't really have strong off maps. We've seen they don't have that creeping barrage, so they've gone for the archers. It's a really good evil barrage. It's everything low, not quite killing it though. Double AT guns now for across the Pacific. They're doing alright here. Okay, he's just donating his archers. Pi's providing some long-range vision here. Looks like he didn't... I don't think he had to over-appear on them, so that's fortunate. From the side with the grenade, though. It goes down. Okay, the Wehrmacht could actually get something happening here. Needs to hold on to these double ATs. Oh, where are they going, though? Oh, no, they are just going to their death. Okay. Don't know how they were running around there for so long. After killing that first archer, should have been a quick exit from there. Use these quite fast enough getting out of there. Yep. That was not ideal. Okay. Fighting over here. Okay, quad AT guns coming up from base. He's got a mid tent and a mid half track. I'm surprised he's sending them back to base, considering he's got this mid half track over here.
Sector gone. We must take it back. Enemy down to 75 points and falling.
Very hard now after turning over those 2 AT guns across the Pacific. Where are the AT guns?
The beggars are threatening a victory point.
Some prioritized vehicles here.
The territory sector has been claimed by the enemy. Under fire! Utility vehicle as requested.
Pretty quick getting out of there though after getting blasted. Gun
capture point is being neutralized by the enemy.
in a position to guard the MG. Could be a time for the vet ability of the pack here.
MG-34 team killed in action.
Oh boy, here come the quad ATs. The P4's still hiding back here. There's smoke. No attack rounds. Buy some time over here, I see.
We're losing grasp of a victory point.
Ouch. Can't sit in front of Matilda for too long, especially like stationary at point blank. Bumped up like that.
Victory point under enemy control.
Scatter on that gun's too good. Try to close the shot. Chin out the back. Okay. The extra health from over up here. Just able to take that down frontally even. Got to crawl out of this. He's back at base again. I'm very surprised. It's like he's forgotten he's got a mid half track or something. I have to go all the way back to base for that healing. It definitely gives a bit more space to VHSmonster.
Victory point lost.
Oh, Zoomer left. Did I just see that correctly? Well, AI in control now, eh? 66 points left for the Axis.
Point is being taken from us.
Oh! Crazy move to be doing with your rifleman. T-gun in a compromised position though, being run down here. Bad timing as well, Easy H just around the corner.
We are losing grasp of the fuel point.
AI might still be able to get this done though.
LEIG out of action.
It's so far ahead. Doesn't get a snare off, P4 still alive at least.
Only 50 points remain. We must hold. Proximity.
I wonder if VHSmonster could have gone for a recovery on the Tiger here. Made a recovery vehicle. A nice safe spot that way. And already had the appropriate tech structure to construct it up.
Enemy forces hold all victory points, Commandant. We have lost the squad of Panzer Grenadiers.
Might have been worth considering.
25 points remain. Fight to the last man.
The triple cap running. There's no hope here with the AI taking over of
Territory
Zuma.
lost. Only 10 points remain. We must resist.
The men are retreating, and so must we.
So yeah, I think first off, VHSmonster probably should be trying to go for like a Flamer 250. Just if you're spawning on this side of the map that has a million buildings, that should be like a priority. So I'd probably go for like maybe one Panzergren into 250, and then put the Panzerpy Flamer in it. Like get that going before, you know, like 3.5 minutes or so into the game. Try force the early anti-tank grenades. Will help a lot in the cover fights, and will give you something to fight back against the 4x4 as well. And then maybe on the other side, a kitten from across the Pacific to help cap up the map faster, and then provide vision, you know, helping to spot like the AT guns coming and stuff like that. Very, very handy in the fights that happen through this area of the map, especially. So yeah, that's what I do in terms of start. I felt like, did the MP40s come online quite late? I felt like they were slow. Maybe need to pull the trigger on that decision earlier. But then, yeah, in the late game, the decision making, I think trying to stay split while Across the Pacific had taken so many losses was a bit too risky, just too easy for the Matildas to just come forwards, double Matilda, blast away something, you know, steal an AT gun, then just drive away scot-free, while VHSmonster was stuck fighting on this side and couldn't help his teammate. Playing closer together, maybe could have supported him, brought across his AT guns to help against the Matildas, maybe from the side a couple times. Could have been pretty handy. But yeah, that was a tough one. But yeah, in the late game, could have been worth considering at 88 as well, given the lack of indirect fire options from the Allies. Did they still have their bishop? I think it died at some stage, right? Don't remember seeing it fire for ages. So it could have been an okay spot to go for one here, especially when combined with like a late game kitten to provide some spotting, just because they are up against so many AT guns. Trying to play with vehicles, very, very difficult. Back the other way, trying to deal with 2 Matildas, 2 archers, also extremely tough. I think it was a fine choice from AcrossThePacific to side tech late game, start building packs. That was good, but unfortunately donating 2 packs over here. After they killed that 1 archer, they could have, I think, just run away straight away after that, but they kind of lingered. Both died and turned into Brit packs, and that was another major setback for the Axis. Felt like maybe they could have come back. Maybe the Nebel coming in to help deal with the quad AT guns. But again, I think it was maybe a lack of vision for the Axis, causing them some headaches here. It's just so good, you know? They're from the Krutschitz and all the kit and crud. The amount of vision they provide so strong on in these scenarios. Or, you know, the recon tractor providing some detection as well. Could have been good. But yeah, the 2-on-1, like, there was a good 2-on-1 timing, I think, against the US player with like the Werbel 8-rad combo. Could have overrun his AT gun, I think, pretty easily early on. And that would have been really strong. But then eventually when the 2-on-1 happened, it was still good, you know. But then, unfortunately, VHSmonster didn't push up. He had an AT gun just sitting back here. Could have pushed up with that like straight away. Needed to be there. First off, just need to be there just in case a Brit tank came across and started to cause trouble. Need to be up there in support in the first place. And then second off, it could have just sat there blasting away, knocking out these AT guns so that there wasn't a quad AT gun set up here in the late game, and that would have made it so much easier for the Axis. Those quad ATs had all been destroyed in that push. And maybe could have like hung in there, fought, you know, slightly bad fights, but just hung in there just to make sure that those AT guns all got destroyed. That would have been so good for the Allied team, I mean for the Axis team. Yeah, those quad ATs were just running around everywhere, and you know, oftentimes in this game, the artillery can get them low, but quite hard to actually decrew them unless you've got like multiple forms of artillery, like 2 Nebels or something. LEIG or 1 Nebel alone can get them down to like 3 models under half health, but then with 4 reinforcers, it's just not that impactful. You need to actually get some kills, which is tough to do sometimes. But yeah, the first Werbel was surprisingly late. I don't think the fuel control of the Axis was that bad. You know, like maybe that was mistimed. And the Werbel is a bit of a shock unit as well. You want to be having that out, you know, close to the 12-minute mark if possible. I think there might have been a little bit of excess fuel on that timing. So that's not a huge deal. But yeah, in the late game, as I said, the tactics still trying to stay split when it's just so easy to get overwhelmed on this side. It was quite risky. Not too sure about the, you know, the double Werbel command tank. It was okay, but as I said, I think the extra armor is just not that impactful on the Werbels in most situations. It's okay against the Matilda, but against most mediums, AT guns, stuff like that, I don't think it makes a difference at all. Maybe even Tiger might have been a safer choice. At the, you know, easy to say that in retrospect. And eventually the Tigers would have been blasted by the Archers, but yeah. Tigers just, you know, so good. Such a white machine. I think it's one of the things keeping the Axis competitive at the moment. It's relatively easy to keep it alive, and has such high one-shot potential. can get those easy squad wipes and just swing the game in your favor. But in this case, the Allies had plenty of counters to it between the AT guns, and even the Easy 8 with the AP rounds is pretty good against it too. Well, hopefully that was useful. Anyway, guys, I'll wrap on that. If you like what game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. I'll go to the stats page as well. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.